the knowledge of, hey, this is what you can do, or this is what you should understand, and make your own decisions about, is that really what you want to do? So I thank you very much. I think our first mate, Bill, would like to come up and say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Boston, for welcoming us here. The organizers and stuff have done a great job. I know that as an activist in Ohio, it takes a lot of work to put these things together. And last night, after sailing for 7 hours in the rain, and we got here and they had a nice warm hotel and a comfy bed, and all that was greatly appreciated. So as crew on the boat, it is sometimes a little, it's certainly not a pleasure cruise, but it's been worth it. Everywhere I've gone, I've met some very intelligent and people with wonderful, great ideas that are working on all kinds of issues, from homelessness and sickle cell anemia research. I've talked to people that were working on the landfill issues out on Long Island, the Plymouth with the nuclear waste going into their bay. And so it's been amazing to travel and meet all these interesting and amazing, intelligent people that have some great ideas that I can take back to my community and share some of the ideas. And there's some really great ideas I've gotten. So we appreciate that. And we thank the host and all of you for coming out and welcoming us here to Boston.
I'm Steve Baggerly. I'm originally from Mattapoisett, Massachusetts, but now I'm with the Catholic Worker in Norfolk, Virginia, where we help house and feed some people, and we work against war and nuclear weapons in the most militarized place on the planet. It's an honor to play a tiny role in the Veterans for Peace Golden Rule project. If war is ever to end, the experiences and testimony of veterans and their families from militaries around the globe will play a critical part. I think of Veterans for Peace mission as like that of the World War I soldier in the novel Johnny Got His Gun, whose limbs have all been blown off by a shell that also made him blind and mute, but who blinks his eyelids in Morse code to say that what he wants is for his torso to be displayed across the country to show people the meaning of war. Thank you, Veterans for Peace, for the service of telling your stories and acting to heal the wounds of industrial warfare. I'm also grateful for the witness of World War II veteran Albert Bigelow, who was a veteran for peace before there were Veterans for Peace, who captained the 1958 voyage of the Golden Rule after having hosted women from Hiroshima whose bodies and lives were disfigured by the blast. Veterans for Peace has resurrected the boat and returned it to its nuclear disarmament mission, promoting the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons. In a year which will be the first since the mid-1980s that the number of nuclear weapons in the world goes up rather than down, as nuclear saber rattling over Ukraine, Taiwan, and the Korean Peninsula intensifies, as the doomsday clock hovers at 90 seconds to midnight, and all the world's children continue to be targeted for annihilation, the treaty can be a way out. It is designed for complete global disarmament, not unilateralism, but the critical first step to participation by the 9 nuclear-armed states will be the United States finally declaring its willingness to give up its arsenal. To get our country to that point will mean educating people, advocating with legislators, and being on the street and in the water in protest and nonviolent direct action in the tradition of Veterans for Peace and the Golden Rule. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you, the crew of the Golden Rule. You are the wind behind our sails. You power us, and we are thankful. Thank you. I would like now, Kathie Malley-Morrison is probably is the what the captain? She has the tiller on this operation, and it's been a steady one. I welcome her. Ben is going to give her a mic.
Thank you. Welcome anti-nuclear activists. Welcome climate activists. Welcome race and social justice activists. And welcome all of you who have not yet become activists, but who I hope will become activists and join us in a united effort to save life on Earth. We thank you all for being here today to welcome the Golden Rule to Boston and to share in our gratitude to the crew and staff of the little sailboat that could. Their mission on behalf of nuclear disarmament has to be our mission, all of our mission. Their mission, their commitment to the principle of the Golden Rule, doing unto others, etc., can be and has to be our commitment. And when I refer to our mission and our commitment, I mean all of us. Whether we've been fighting for nuclear disarmament, or fighting for greater environmental protections, or fighting against the evils of poverty and racism and militarism, we gain power by working together. Supporting the nuclear disarmament movement helps the climate movement. Supporting the climate movement helps the nuclear disarmament movement. Racism and enforced poverty are the tools of nuclear weapons and fossil fuel profiteers. Fighting racism and fighting against poverty helps the nuclear disarmament and climate movements. Fighting for nuclear disarmament and climate protections helps in the fight against racism and poverty. The evildoers of the world work together for personal gain and for control over all of us. When we work together, we can resist the evildoers on behalf of life on Earth. Together, we shall overcome. Yes. Thank you.